Doesn't it feel like life can be so friggin' hard sometimes? Like life will just give you beat down after lesson after lesson after beat down. It can feel like nobody understands. And just sometimes life just doesn't seem to go your way.
And I think one of the #1 ways we can combat this is by leaning on each other and living with more compassion. There's an amazing quote by a man named Eyring, and the quote goes like this: "Every time you meet someone, treat them as if they're in serious trouble, and more than half the time, you'll be right." If you're anything like how I was in the past, and sometimes even can still be in the future, you maybe feel a little bit different, like you're the only one who has any problems. You look around at people, and it seems like everyone's just kind of walking on by. Everyone seems all right, like Mr. Joe Cool. They seem fine, just cruising by on life. But the truth of the matter is this: no matter how happy or cool people seem to be externally, everyone's going through their own inner challenges. Picture a lady who cuts you off in line at the grocery store. You get really mad at her in your head, maybe even say something. "Who the hell do you think you are, cutting me in line?" Meanwhile, she's trying to rush home to take care of her husband who's dying from terminal cancer. Or how about that coworker that always screws you over? They always leave you with an extra workload, extra things to do, and you're judging them in your mind. That's the person that's struggling to hang on to the recovery by a thread. Every waking moment, they are so uncomfortable in their skin, and all they can think about is the comfort that a drink would bring. Or how about your cousins or uncles or extended family that you see at a family party? Maybe you give them a quick handshake, maybe a quick bro hug. "Hey, how are you doing? Good to see you." Meanwhile, they're struggling in the depths of a major depression, and they're barely holding it together. All of these people that we think we're so different than are struggling, and we just walk on by. Why is that? Why do we just walk on by? Why, you say? It's because we live in a society where it's trending to put walls up, to wear masks, and to act like everything's A-okay, when underneath we're in pain because life can be frigging hard. The next person that you interact with could be going through brutal, traumatic, bone-chilling challenges, and we probably wouldn't even know about it. So as the homie Gandhi would say, let's be the change we want to see in this world, and let's set a call to action right now. When we go on throughout our days today, let's try to treat everyone we meet like they're in some serious inner trouble. And more than half the time, we'll be right. Take the action even further and be proactive. Buy someone a coffee who's behind you in line. Buy someone some flowers. Apologize. Write your loved one or a friend a little note. Make the amends. Say "I love you" more. Or here's one. Whenever you see people today, ask them how they're doing. Like, how are you really doing? Are you okay? Let me tell you something. Just by making one person feel seen and heard, you're going to have a major impact on their lives today. You could literally, potentially, save someone's life today. And imagine the ripple effect that your one action will carry with it. And I'll wrap it up with a quote by Harriet Beecher Stowe that goes something like this: "The bitterest tears that fall upon graves are the ones from words that were never said." So let's get out there and take some calls to action. Drop some comments below. Let me know what action you took. And if you want, send this to some friends and encourage them to take some action as well. I hope you guys loved today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. Remember today to tear down those walls, to live with more compassion. Until next time.